Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all, I hope y'all are doing amazingly well, having a great day. I have a special guest for you today. Today's show is about to be super amazing. I'm sure we're going to laugh. I'm sure we're going to get some seriousness going on. Without further ado, let's welcome our special guest, Michael Jonvier, and he is going to tell us what he do. Hey, how are you? I think your mic is off.
Oh, can you hear me?
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. How's everything? How's your mental today?
My mental is great. I'm in a good space. I had a good time last night, Jocked a little soft, but I'm okay.
Hey, okay. I'm all here for the good times. Oh, yes. So tell the people what it is you do and why you got started and how you got started.
So pretty much what I do is I just do media in general. I'm a journalist, media personality, and social media manager. And pretty much I got started doing what I do way back when I was like 19 years old. I started working for different publications and writing and stuff like that. I got a degree in journalism at Georgia State. From there, I started writing for more publications and stuff. And eventually, I kind of found my way on the social media. Thank goodness to a friend of mine named Imani Van Zap. She's also a media personality, social media personality. And she was just kind of like, I think you'd be really good at doing like social media reaction videos and stuff like that. Why don't you just learn about that? And so I put journalism on the back burner for about a year. And I just started taking different classes about how to run stuff on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. It was a great investment. And then flash forward about a year and a half later, I have 114,000 followers on Facebook. I have 75,000 on Instagram, and I have 41,000 on TikTok. So I do a lot of reaction videos. I do some of my own content. You'll see me collaborate with like my little nephew and stuff like that. Me and him do a lot of stuff together, some friends. And it's been great. It's been really great. I think people got to see my serious side for most of my career doing journalism, where I interview a lot of different celebrities. I got to go to a lot of places, and I still invite to go to a lot of places. I'm actually finding a balance between the two. The thing
Nice.
to write and do media, but just do it on all levels. And now, I know how to help people grow their own social media, boost their numbers, and boost their followers if they can listen.
Ooh, that's the part. It's the listening part.
Can listen.
It's the listening part. So since we all listening, we're gonna help somebody out there because somebody is getting advice from people and things, and they got the right information, but they not listening. Do you have any tips to help someone who I guess you maybe have a problem listening, or how do you get out of that?
So what I'm going to tell them is this: make the type of content that you are comfortable with. Make it for the audience that you want to reach. Your mother, your father, your brothers, sisters, your nieces, nephews, neighbors, friends, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, they're going to be the last people to support you. Yeah. They're not going to understand what you're trying to do or why you're trying to do it. So make content that you want to make for the people that you want to make it for. If your friends and family and familiars fall in line with that, that's great. But if you can be worried about what people think about you or how you moving or what you're doing, it ain't for you, social media wise. Listen to your heart. Listen to your mind. Yeah. What works for you don't necessarily have to work for everybody else. It have to make sense to everybody else. It just needs to work for you. To that stuff be true all the time.
Oh, I love it. And that's why I think like more people are starting to become into themselves, like learn themselves and know themselves so they can be comfortable doing whatever they choose to do, but doing it for them, to reach who they're trying to reach. And, and not, because a lot of times we get so caught up on people's opinions, and those very same people are not going to be in there in the mud with you. They're not going to be supporting you. You can get them a free ticket and they'll go see somebody else where they got to pay hundreds of dollars for it before they even support you. So it doesn't make sense to do that.
I'll tell you right now, I have so many quote unquote friends and family members who do not like, comment, share any of the stuff that I do or post. But I see and meet strangers every single day on the street. I love your videos. I love what you do. I love your interviews. I love this. I love that. Wow. I go into certain spaces and places and rooms and, hey, Mike, I love when you interviewed this person. I love this article that you wrote and stuff like that. And it just goes to show, like, that's your base. It's a friend on the street that's gonna support you before your own kin and your own people do.
And your family and friends are not gonna make you rich.
Or they be rich themselves.
They're not gonna make you rich.
They be rich themselves. Stop trying to take a roadmap from people who not going where you going and not doing what you doing.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Drive.
I agree.
Backseat drive.
I agree. I agree.
Or shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
Cause why? And then they don't, like I said, they won't put no forth, no effort to help. So you have no time. So like,
constructive. You know, you're gonna say something like, maybe you can try to wear this outfit inside the video. Maybe be constructive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism inspires you and makes you create. If stuff that you didn't know that you can fill in gaps on. Criticism, period, just doesn't do that. It just breaks you down. It tries to put doubt inside you.
Yeah.
Help me better myself if you're gonna give your opinion.
Exactly.
I like that you did this, and this, and this, but I think you can work on this, and that. Okay, I can receive that.
Yep.
As opposed to, something wrong.
You got to be able to receive constructive criticism, because when you just receiving criticism, it can weigh on you, and everybody's not at the same walk. Everybody don't have the same strength in certain areas. So even for somebody who's strong and can take all that on, it's like, why bring unnecessary stuff when you can just get back life?
I don't believe in taking on any unnecessary stuff. Life was hard enough. I don't need you to add those to it.
Okay, that part right there. So what really like made you to say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I'm gonna really, really focus on it?
In which aspect of journalism?
The social media part.
Well, the social media part, like, so I had a spiritual advisor talk to me last year, because beginning of last year, I was preparing to be a dad. My daughter was stillborn.
Oh, believe that.
I had just got off the tail end of doing a web reality show, and it was disastrous, and it really messed with my self-esteem real bad. And so, I realized I wasn't happy doing any of the stuff that I was doing at the time. Like, and I said, I need to find something that's going to instill some joy in me. And a spiritual advisor told me, he said, your ancestors told me to tell you that they've seen your serious side before. The world knows you are capable. The world knows that you're serious and professional, but start showing your softer side. Start showing your joy. Like, tap into that, and people will respond to you. And I started it. I did it. And it's still going. It's getting bigger and bigger all the time. And I'm happy about it. It's kind of my therapy. I legit get to be myself. My reactions that you see when I'm doing my videos are authentically me reacting to my videos.
I love it. It's beautiful. And I came across your page, and I've been trying, like, I remember, like, when people, get the like and everything on your page, you be like, you're a little stalkerish a little bit. So, like, in the back of my mind, like, when I be watching people stuff, I'm like, oh, shit, wait, I don't like too many videos, but it draws you so much. It's so freaking hilarious. It's definitely raw, and I'm like, I love when people can pop their shit. Like, when anybody's been whoever they are, like, I be like, yes, and it just be so fucking funny where you can be having a so-so okay day, and just like, I just need a good little laugh, just one little laugh, and get on Facebook or Instagram, and one of your videos comes up, like, that's it. That was the laugh. That was the laugh.
That makes you feel good, because that's what I want to do. I want to make somebody else. The joy that I have, I want to spread that to other people. And I'm raw with my reactions. So a lot of times what I'm saying is what you already thinking. I'm saying what you thinking. Like, me and you both think the same thing. I'm only saying it out loud in front of the camera. I'm kind of doing what a lot of people don't have the courage to say.
Yes.
You want to fuck on that boy? Okay, it's okay. You want to fuck on him. Like, you fantasize about it. If you don't like what somebody is doing and react to how you don't like it, say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much in the world that we have to conceal, how we think, how we feel. If we can say stuff with tact, because there's a difference between real and rude. I mean, take tact,
Yes.
Funny spin on it when I'm saying it, at least. You know what I mean? So you can receive that better. I'm right, but then you can really receive it because I put that funny twist on it.
Yeah, and I agree. I totally agree. And those, to me, those type of TikToks, those type of videos, those type of lives, those type of people, like, I'm drawn so much to them because it's like, it's real. Regardless if you like it, if you don't, if I mean, hey, I ain't gonna try to please everybody.
Right.
I like that. So I'm gonna please me. And if it just so happen to please you, hey, I'm winning. If it don't, then just keep it moving.
Keep it pushing.
Keep it moving.
Right. And that's what it is. I actually made a video about that last night. I've had a few individuals that try to shoot their shot. You want to talk to me, want to date. And I was doing social media when you met me. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't know what. Oh, yeah, well, but
You need to pause and get some water because I don't want you to. Now you got me about to drink some water.
yeah. Let me
Get some water. Get you some water. I'll drink some water.
Oh, how about?
So while he get his water, y'all, I just need y'all to know. I want y'all to look at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna put something at the bottom of the screen, and I just want y'all to understand that whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. Like, you are in your way. You are in your way. And the faster you get out your way, the faster you can get to what you want. Because there's no one blocking you from what you want. There's no one stopping you from getting what you want. There's no one blocking any of that. You are stopping you. So I want you to look at the bottom of the screen. I need you to know and understand that you got this. Whatever it is that you want to do, you got this.
I love that. You do got this. You can do it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do or what you can or can't be. You can do it. Just prepare. Don't go into it blind. Don't go into it ad hoc. Have a plan when you do something. You know what I mean? Stuff rarely works out the way we want it to. And it rarely goes perfect. So be prepared for some roadblocks. Be prepared for some setbacks, but keep pushing forward. You have to. But like I said, one issue that I post yesterday, because like people will be interested in me, want to shoot their shot and stuff like that. And then a couple of weeks or a few weeks in, oh, you always on social media, you always on your phone, you always posting videos, but you can't text back. You mean I'm not gonna text you all day, every day. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's the first thing. The second thing is that's what drew you to me. That's how you know. Obviously, were like what you saw in my videos or attracting something you saw in my videos with me, and you wanted to get to know me better. You had this conception about me, and you want to validate it or not validate it. So don't sit here and try to minimize what I'm doing because you don't take social media seriously. The fact about it is social media has actually made me quite a bit of money. I get paid for making those reels. I get paid for teaching people
y'all hear
build
me?
their social media up and boost theirs. Before I started doing social media, I think I had capped off at like maybe 3,000 followers on Instagram. That's all I had. And Facebook I wasn't doing nothing on Facebook. You know what I mean? And TikTok wasn't even existing then. I said, so I know what I'm doing. And if you don't make my work, then there's no place for you here because this isn't going anywhere. Now, if you dropping a good $1,000 to $2,000 on these utilities, we can really talk. I was going to turn the phone over, but I do expect when we engage and interact with each other, I got my phone turned over. But if we drive in the car and I'm sitting in the passenger seat next to you, I can do this while I'm talking at the same time. I can't be like in your face.
Yeah.
Like you driving and everything. Like, stop. Like, stop. Or people get an attitude with you. Y'all break up or y'all don't talk no more. Oh, well, all they do is be on social media. All people do is talk about how you do this, and that. Well, these people are talking. Because they're not talking, you ain't doing that.
Look, and they talking is causing me to make money, so let them talk.
Hate on me because people don't want to see why you hate on me. Why they hate on me, they're going to bring my views up.
Yeah.
I get paid from Instagram the more views I got. So share my stuff. Hate on me, please. You blocking me don't do me no good. Share. Hey.
Yeah, people are weird. People are so weird. I know exactly what you mean with that. I done went through stuff, and you haven't even seen nothing yet. Like, I haven't even tapped into what I'm going to tap into. And you knew this already. Like, I'm expecting people to change when they get through. I'm like, sir, ma'am, no. And especially if you ain't putting no money, like no big money to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Be quiet. Be quiet.
I'm 38 years old. At this point in time in my life, I'm not going to be fundamentally changing who and how I am for somebody who's only been in my life for a few seconds or a few minutes. If you and I are destined to be together, you'll love me through all this, through the social media, through my dark side. You'll love the real me. And it's not saying I'm not giving y'all the real me when I'm doing my social media, but what I am saying is I'm not at I'm not on a 1,000 all the time.
Yeah.
I get out there, and sometimes I want to sit home and chill in my
Mhm.
pajamas and watch TV. Sometimes I just want to go to the gym and work out and come home and stretch out.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just want to come up and lay up with somebody. It's not
Mhm.
always about the party, and always about the club and stuff like that. If you're looking for somebody that's 1,000% excited all the time, that can do all that party and stuff that you want to do, they probably don't have a job. You know, they probably don't have a steady career. They probably their ambition is probably in the club because that's what validates them. Because they don't have to think about the real hardships of life.
Especially if they're not getting paid to be at those clubs.
They're right. So I want you to think about that. So if you really was trying to get to know me, get to know social media me, get to know real world me, get to know sitting on the couch me, get to know dark side me. Because every day has to be happy and great.
Yes, yes, yes. I think people forget that social media influencers, celebrities, I think they tend to forget that we are people. Like at the end of the day, we are a person first.
You know what it is?
Anything else.
This glass screen between me and them makes it feel like it's a filter so they can say whatever they want to say and do how and treat you how they want to treat you. Even if you give them somewhat access to your life, you know, you kind of looked at it as a commodity of, okay, well, you know, I pulled him, so I must be doing something. I just happen to like you. You might have been slumping too. Maybe I just wanted to fuck. Maybe I just wanted to hang out. Or maybe I saw you and was smitten in love. But your attitude and your public actions have definitely turned me off.
Yeah.
You know, if we fall out, why when we fall out with people, can't we just fall out sweetly? We just agree to disagree and move on in our lives. It's always got to be this grand theme of I'm gonna post this, or I'm gonna post that, or I'm gonna go and talk to their friends about them or whatnot.
Because why? Because why? We can't just say our time is up, we're done, and go about our business. You go your way and be happy. I go my way and be happy. However that looks. What?
You want to say how they look for me? So I stopped talking to them, cut them off, you know, move on with my life, and you know, they'll send me something. Oh, you know, my album about to come out. I was wondering maybe you can post. No, I'm not gonna post that for you. Oh, well, I guess you still saucy because you know I didn't want us to be together. I'm not so much salty about it as in I'm not required to help you. I don't have to do anything for you. And if you do want me to do that, there's a price tag attached to that.
Yep.
There's a price tag attached to that.
Yep.
So what is it? Do you want to have a business relationship with me, or are you trying to have a pleasure relationship? Because honestly, I don't mix the two, and one comes with a price tag. And you need to pay that upfront in full.
Period. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you got to be firm because people will try you. People are a mess. People are a trip.
People are, yeah. Everybody there.
We gonna let them be them. What do you have coming up? Like, what's coming up with you guys? You know, any specials going on?
So pretty much what I'll be doing is I'll be running this special starting New Year's. I'll do like discounted social media management for some people. So if y'all looking for something, I got a sale coming up. I'm very affordable, you know. The only thing I tell you, you come to me, come with your cup empty, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. We're gonna sit down, have a meet, I'm gonna analyze everything you're doing right, everything you're doing wrong, and you're gonna tell me what it is that you're trying to do with your social media, okay? And we're gonna do that. And let me tell you something, it's gonna be uncomfortable for you. You're gonna question, well, why this, why that? Oh yeah, question it, but don't not do what I tell you to do. Because if you do what I'm telling you, you will grow. There's every single customer I have ever had will tell you when they listen to me, they grew.
Yes.
This when they grew. So that's one thing I would do. Another thing is me and my good friend Lacey Dahl will be launching our podcast next year. Right now we're just kind of doing a practice run on Instagram Live. But the name of the show is called Inside the Insights. Lacey herself is an influencer of sorts, and she's also a filmmaker. And so you know, me and her, she's my Aquarius sister, but we have very different ways of viewing this stuff. I'm more big brother, tell you like the fuck it is, and she's very sweet sassy. So you know, both big brains right here, and they clash sometimes. But I love how we can agree to disagree and still move forward as friends.
I love it, and that is important. That's all.
Yeah,
is being able to agree to disagree. Like we don't have to fall out and be beefed out forever.
Yeah.
We can disagree with this. We may even fuss.
Yeah, and
then turn around and be like, okay, so what's up? What's next?
Right, it'd be like our real friend, because our real friend is not a yes man. I don't want yes men as friends.
No,
if I fucking up, let me know. hey, Mike, as your friend, I'm like, you messing up. You did this, and this, and it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be honest with you, I might be pissed with you for saying it. I mean, pissed off. But give me a couple of days. Okay, well, you're right. I'm glad I said that. I'm glad you told me that. So now I can fine tune and fix that about myself. Because I always want to be the best me I can be. So like I said, me and Lacey will be doing that. I've definitely got back to journalism. I write now with conglomerate of writers called 360 Baseline Media. And I'll be at a lot of different events coming up. Actually, I got two that I'll be at this week. I'll be at the premiere for Best Man Wedding.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I'll also be at the premiere for season 2 of BMF, Black Mafia Family.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be there for that. I got some interviews with different celebrities coming up with 360 Baseline. And I'm just finding a balance between the two, between journalism and social media. And then also I'll be working to build a independent living program for youth in transition out of foster care with a new organization called Smed House. So I'll be the program director of that. So,
no,
23 is looking pretty lit for me. That's what I got going on professionally. Personally, I'm hoping, I'll be off the dating scene. Hopefully I'll be somebody to go ahead and snatch me up.
Okay.
It's shit in the dating pool, and I'm tired of waiting in it. I want out. I'm not.
Oh my God, and it's so shitty. It is so shitty.
It is shit in the dating pool, and like it's
so shitty.
So that's one thing I'm hoping at, and I'll be 39 next year, so I'm trying to have a cute little birthday party with some friends. I'm still in my last 30th. Get some more tattoos. I got 37 now. I'm trying to get them at 38.
Really?
Yeah, you can look at my page.
I always be wondering, like, I wonder how many tattoos, when I see people with quite a few, like, how many tattoos do they really have?
I got 37. I'm sorry, 38, because this is 38 right here.
Super dope.
I got 38.
So are tattoos like therapeutic for you, or does every tattoo mean something, or is it just
every tattoo means something? Like,
okay.
Every tattoo to me is something spiritual or something that's deeply personal to me. Like,
I love it.
So for me, I love cartoon character and the anime, and I love nature, and I love superheroes. So I just have like all over me or whatnot. Growing up as a kid, I was kind of somebody that people picked on a lot, and I was lonely. I was really, really lonely. I was by myself a whole lot. And so I think I started becoming inspired to fight against like darkness around me, or darkness I can feel growing up inside me when I started watching Batman cartoons and stuff like that. And I was like, here's a powerless person in a powerful situation. This man walks into a room and gods and monsters, and aliens and robots, all of them are afraid of him. He has no powers whatsoever. I was like, my motto is always, we're surrounded by gods, be Batman. Whenever I'm surrounded by people that might be bigger than me, people who might be further along their career, people who might have some things that I feel like I should have at this point in time, it might intimidate me slightly at first. Then I realized I'm in the same room as they are for a reason. So I've done something right.
That part right there.
Right. And whoever and whatever I need to learn from them, I'm going to learn it so I can become the smartest person in the room. But if I need to, if I need to overcome them, I know how to and I can.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. That's a really good thing to live by. That's good. So what made you want to partner with about the foster care to start that program?
So in actuality, I'm a licensed social worker here in the state of Georgia, and I was working for DeKalb County for a few years, and I got out of it because bureaucracy and red tape. I wasn't pleased with how upper management was kind of handling different things with the employees. Cases was fine. I ended up getting 17 kids adopted, and I reunited 32 kids with their families.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was something I did. So I was happy about that. And that was over the course of 3.5 years that I was there. But the bureaucracy was a little bit too much for me.
Wow.
I ended up working for an independent living program for a couple of years on Phoenix International Inc. with a friend of mine from Morehouse. And that ended up shutting down about 1.5 years ago, due to COVID and stuff like that, and some regulations and stuff. And so, this is just kind of right up that alley. I kind of want it's kind of my way of being a superhero.
I love it.
Giving these kids some light who haven't had it. I have the benefit of being able to say I was raised right. My grandmother raised me very well, and every day, every single thing she's ever said to me echoes in my head in different situations. And they don't have that. Nobody took the time to raise them. So simple stuff like life skills, which is how to vacuum the floor, how to clean your house, how to balance the budget, how to cook a meal and stuff like that. This is stuff that me and people like me, you take for granted because we got our parents to show us the basic stuff like that, but they need to know that. So we put them in programs like that because a lot of times when kids get out of foster care at the age of 18, they age out for about a year. If they don't have assistance, they can become homeless. They become suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we give them a place to stay with the state's permission and stuff like that for about 4 years afterwards up to the age of 22, pay their rent, utilities. They have to either go to school and or work, get their GED or high school diploma. And then they have to save up, I think, about $12,000 into an account. And then the state matches that with them. So they end up leaving with like $24,000 to $30,000 just to start off, their life and stuff. And
Tough though.
feel it. It's a good feeling to help these kids transition into adulthood because me and you both know it's not easy transitioning into adulthood to go from somebody taking care of all your needs to you having to take over bills and mortgages and car notes and stuff. It's very stressful. So we kind of ease them into that. The government is a great provider, but it's a horrible parent. So we bring the human.
Yes. I love it. I love it. And I asked that because I'm adopted myself.
Oh, wow.
And so I have a soft spot for, children in foster care, stuff like that. So that's really, really dope. I want to talk more because I want to figure out like how I can, I'm in Detroit now, but I want to figure out like what I can do to be a part of that. Because that's really dope and it's needed.
It's
And
so needed.
even with me having an adopted mom and stuff, it still was a lot of life lessons that wasn't taught to me that I had to kind of just figure out.
How old were you when you were adopted?
I was adopted at 7.
7. Okay. All right. So you definitely remember your birth family and stuff like that.
Actually, I didn't. Prior to like, I met my biological mom when I was probably like in my 20s. In my 20s, got to be with her for talk with her for a few years before she passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. She was on drugs all of our life, and that's what kind of took her out. So I didn't meet her to my adult years, like my upper 20s or whatever. So me and my family, we're reuniting, like my siblings. I still haven't met all of them, but the ones that we have, we're really building a bond now, and
That's good.
it's difficult. Like I never knew like how much building a bond was difficult.
Yeah, because
People get you feel like they're like, dang, these are the people that she already had this bond. So it's working backwards. But
I know because so I'm blessed to say I'm the second oldest of 7 kids. But growing up, I was the oldest of 5. So I met my older brother in my 20s, and I found out last year I had another brother. So I'm trying to build relationships with both them. But the older one is definitely rocky, and he is extremely distant. I'm praying some way somehow he'll come back to the fold. But this new one, I'm quite proud of him. Quite proud of him. He wasn't raised up with us, but he's opened a photography studio. He has a telephone repair business, and wow.
nice.
I've been big brother all my life. I'm actually the head of my family. My nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, mom, dad. Everybody looks to me for strength and guidance.
I love it.
And at first I hated it. It was a burden, but honestly, that's kind of shaped me into who I am today. And I'm blessed to have every single one of them, which is why I can't give up because they watch it. I can't fail. I won't fail.
But somebody has to do it, and typically I don't know what curses you may be breaking, but when you're breaking generational curses, it's your life is that's a trial and error, but it molds you to who you're supposed to be. And to be able to do what you're supposed to do and be that one to be strong for your family and be the one to show them like, hey, you can do different. You can have different things. You can, work and do what it is that you want to do and succeed at it.
Right. In my family, I think the curses that I definitely broke was one of ignorance. When I say, educational boundaries and stuff, I was the first to graduate from college.
Okay, nice.
So, but that, and then opening doors of acceptance and tolerance in my family. For me growing up, there was no place for alternative black boys. And when I say alternative black boys, people are probably trying to say, oh, you mean like emoji or rock and roll? No, I don't mean like that at all. I mean by black boys that we don't have in the stereotypical box. A lot of times we say, you know, we want our youth to be athletes and entertainers. And there's no shade to anybody that wants to do that, be that. But we, as black people, I don't know if y'all realize or not, but y'all need more than that. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need politicians and judges. And you might say, well, we already have those things. We need them in droves. And that's what it does. Because the thing about it is because that's very much so affecting our lives. When they just do studies recently, as of the last 2 years, of non-black medical students thinking that black patients have a higher pain tolerance than other races of people. So they don't medicate them enough, or they don't listen to their complaints about pain. And then we have this high black maternity death rate. That's a cause and effect situation.
Yeah.
I don't believe that black woman is in that much pain because black people stereotypically can deal with more pain. I'm not going to give her the pain medication that she needs to heal and go through this stuff. And she dies. Or when you find out that our black youth are incarcerated almost 3 times more likely and get much harsher sentences, maybe a black judge is not going to look at his skin color when they're thinking about his record and say, I'm going to give him a more lenient charge or give him an opportunity to get his life together.
Yeah.
So we need that.
Yes, we do.
We can sing, y'all. We can dance. We can probably tell you, black people, especially black women, are the creators of cool. We set the trend all the time. But when it comes to lifeblood, life force, ownership, true power, before that, we got to invest in these areas. So we got to start teaching our young girls. We are teaching our girls that black women are the most educated group of women in the country now. But when it comes to the black boys, we've got to give them the ability to be human. We got to allow them to feel. We got to allow them to wear their loud colors. Or do they,
express themselves.
If they want to play a sport, they don't have to play football or basketball. They play baseball or soccer. Or if they want to be this paleontologist like my nephew does, he loves dinosaurs. So what am I always doing? Getting books about dinosaurs, taking them to museums and stuff like that. Or my other nephews, they're into technology real big. So let's push them on in Silicon Valley. I told my sister, I said, let's get them into computer camp next year or whatnot. And people might say that's real white or it's not going to prepare them for such and such, but it is though.
But it is.
That not just the average black person is not having, but the average person don't have. How many kids can we say at 12 years old are learning how to make apps on phones and software and stuff like that? That spurs up. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. There are spaces and places for blackness to grow and blow up. And we need to encourage them. We need to stop looking at our kids and say, oh, well, no, that ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. That's not very masculine. What somebody does for work is work. There's dignity in all work. From the black boy that wants to be the fashion designer all the way up to the black boy that's destined to be a president and teacher of the United States. There is dignity in all work, purpose, and it's part of a web that we need to allow black men to explore.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah. We definitely have to do that because we are extremely intelligent, extremely gifted, extremely, and everyone else knows it. Everyone else knows it. We gotta know it and really, but we gotta heal. We gotta heal. We gotta heal. We gotta heal, and we gotta be able to listen.
Yes.
No matter how old you are, don't think that you can't learn from anyone.
Right. It's always room to learn.
All day. To the day we die, that is what we're supposed to be doing. Learning, advancing, changing. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. Make spaces for differences. Don't shun the person, We need that. Y'all, when I tell y'all being a black man is not becoming easier, it's not. It's becoming harder. But now at least I see this push for black men to get the therapy they need, for them to be a little bit more emotional. When you let a man be emotional, when you let a man show his emotions, y'all gonna get a great father. You're gonna get a great partner. You're gonna get a great provider. You gonna have a great experience, a great lover, and all that because he's able to be human. He's able to be a complete person.
Yeah.
And you cut that off, you run the risk of these girls that's getting shot because the boys are rejecting them. because you know hurt his masculinity, offending him, or you get these DL guys who too afraid to tell you that he likes other guys, and he's playing both sides of the field. And because he don't want to feel ashamed for sleeping with a man, he's not wearing a condom and he's spreading it back and forth and stuff like that. You know, you have to ponder like this. This is because of that.
Yes.
Create spaces and places of tolerance for all kinds of people, all kinds of occupations, for all kinds of goals. That's how we're gonna thrive.
I
That's
agree.
how we're gonna make it. That's gonna be our age.
I agree. I agree. Um, so what would be, because you already gave us some tips for real, but give us some more, like a tip or two that can help someone else who's on a path in whatever field. Something that can work for any field that they're on a path.
For any field, like I told you before, like I said, do what's best for you. Sell to your audience. Reach for your own personal goals. I guess another one that I would say is do what you love. Really do what you love, because if you're not, you're gonna keep quitting them jobs. You're gonna keep half-assing them jobs. You might really be putting yourself into it, but you're not putting your heart into it, and there's no love in there. And nothing works without love. You gotta have love of family and love of work. You know what I'm saying? If it's not something you're not doing what you love, try to find a way to do it. Try to find some way to incorporate it somewhere into your life.
I agree, because I can't wait till the day where I don't have to punch in nobody's clock. So every time I find a job, it's like, okay, and I'm a person that does good at whatever I do. Like, that's my goal. So when I notice that, like, okay, jobs is starting to be like, okay, gonna get whatever you can get. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That makes a difference doing what you love to do, or
Yeah.
at least working towards that, or finding a way to do what you love to do on the job. Because I'm gonna find a way to do what I love to do on the job.
Right.
So that makes a big difference.
So those things, like I said, you know, be true to yourself. Do what you love. And I guess my last thing would be have something to believe in. I'm not saying that you got to be a God-fearing person, you got to believe in God, but at least believe in yourself. It's sort of like you can do it, or know you can do it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the most confident person every day, all day. There are times where I'm just like, well, I'm plagued with doubt. But there's always a person, a place, a thing, an act that spurs me out of that and back to, you doing this. You got this. You capable of
Right.
it.
You got this. Like, you are like dope. Like, and it makes you be like, you know what, I am dope. I do
Yeah.
got this. I really do have this. It's really not as hard as it's supposed to be. Or you give yourself grace. Because a lot of times we don't give ourselves
Whoa,
grace.
you see that? What you just said, give yourself grace. That's another point. In all things, extend yourself grace. God's grace is sufficient for thee, right? So extend it to yourself. And like for me, a lot of times I found places in spaces where I'm not trying to play the victim, where I'm not extended the grace that I give to other people. Because people expect so much out of me that if I fall short of their expectation, it's a cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a space of forgiveness. It's not a place of,
Mhm.
okay, well, maybe he did. It's a cutoff. And that's unfortunate. It is unfortunate because sometimes it does keep me like bound up where I'm kind of like, well, I guess I better not do this because I don't want them to think this or think that. But honestly, I got to be myself 1,000% of the time. And if being myself is something that turns you away, I just got to deal with that. But I have to extend myself the grace of forgiveness to say, okay, well, I messed up with this, and maybe I'll try this differently with the next person, different or the next situation. You know, you're not gonna be perfect. You're not.
Mm.
You're gonna be your divine perfection, but God is perfect, and that's it.
That's it. And
That's
and
it.
in order to even get good at something, you have to fail.
You do. You have to make mistakes and stuff with it. You grow and you learn from it.
Yeah.
You might buy a rose bush and just let that rose bush run wild. You're like, well, why my roses and stuff not coming out? You didn't prune the roses. You didn't put this certain type of fertilizer. You didn't do this. You did that. You didn't water the way you did. You can't just let it grow. You got to trial and error. So you get another rose bush. You know, okay, I got to prune it. Oh, well, you prune a little bit too many, so they're not growing like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Another rose bush, you learn. By the time you get to that fourth or fifth rose bush, it's more than what you dreamed of.
Yeah.
It's
I
trial
agree.
and error. You know, it's life. Man, I think that's kind of what life is. Like, it's definitely trial and error in a lot of ways. Some stuff, you know, we willfully do ignorantly or whatnot. But other times, you know, we're learning as we go along. We're doing it the best way we can.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched Greenleaf one time, and it was the first episode, and Grace said, right now she feels like she's trying with God. Like she feels like her connection with God is a triangle where she's trying to build a relationship, where she's trying to find a better part of herself. And her mother and her sister-in-law found no doctrine in that, but that is a connection. Effort. Effort is attractive. If God can see you trying to connect, I see you at least trying to do the right thing. Come on, push that forward. Goodness is a reward in itself.
Yes.
So be good. Do that.
I agree. That's dope. That's really dope. How do you deal with stress?
Oh, girl, I'll take a hot bath. Every day I soak in hot water and Epsom salt every single day for at least 30 to 45 minutes. That's my way of decompressing from the day. I'd rather see some of my face mask videos I do. Like, give me that up. I go get tattoos. Read comic books. Definitely watch comedies and dramas. As a matter of fact, dramatic comedies are probably my favorite, where I can just kind of lose myself inside another character. Like, I love rap shit. I love Insecure. Definitely love it. I've been Elementary right now, you know. Oh, and y'all need to watch Riches on Prime Video.
Okay.
You talked about good, and it's a black drama too, family. Think if Empire owned like a hair, remember the show Empire? Instead of being based on music, imagine it was a hair industry.
Ooh. Man. Riches. I'm gonna have to write that one down,
On Prime Video. I just binge watched that this morning. 6 episodes. It is lit. So y'all looking for reaction videos from me about that, because it's, oh my God. Really good. I was like, shit. I was like, I need to be an actor because I want to get part on this show. So, like, what's up?
Well, let me jump into this acting bag too. Why did I?
For me, I do know how to act. I have done some acting before. I'm out taking classes and stuff like that. And I can read and deliver lines pretty well, but I don't consider myself an actor.
Okay.
But I do want to become a showrunner, screenwriter. So one of my goals next year is to release 2 series. One is going to be loosely based off my dating life, and another one is going to be loosely based off the relationship between me and my ex-girlfriend. My last relationship was actually with a woman, and it was my longest one. And, you know, she knew about my sexuality. Like, you know, if people know, I'm the B in LGBT. And she didn't have a problem with it or anything like that. And we would have worked out if she knew how to keep her hands to herself, you know?
Oh, dang.
But I want to kind of talk about it, explore that or whatnot. So,
no. We need that. We definitely need that.
We're going to announce that she'll see that. Because one thing I've always seen, like, a lack of different types of characters when it comes to Black television. Like, I've never seen, like, I guess when you say it's like, it isn't not to talk shit about anybody or anything, but whenever I see Black LGBT characters presented on TV, it's very much so a stereotype, especially when it's the Black men. They super feminize them, or they make them extremely eccentric, or like they're just kind of out there. They make them more of a caricature than a person. And I'm like, well, what about the guy that's in the middle? The guy who just happens to be gay. The guy whose sexuality is not a big deal to him, and he's Black or whatnot. Like, I kind of feel like that's me. You know, I like to do my videos and dib and dabble and that and stuff like that, but my sexuality is such a small part of who I am. It does not dictate my fun. It does not dictate where I go, who I go with, or what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I just so happen to. It's how I feel about.
Yeah.
And that's just the way I feel about it. You know, there are other people who put that in the forefront of their life, and that's fine for them. But I need to see somebody that looks like me on screen. I'm not even talking about the ultra attractive gay guy with a banging body and stuff like that. No.
Just a regular guy.
A regular guy. Let's see. Let me show y'all that. Like, that needs to be seen. So
I agree. I totally agree. I can't wait. That's gonna be dope because it's well overdue.
Right. It's completely overdue.
It's well overdue. Well, so tell the people, we're gonna wrap it on up, because we could talk forever.
Listen, girl, I can talk. I love to talk. I'm bad.
But for real, I can talk forever, and I'm trying to keep under the hour, so we're doing pretty good. Tell the people your handles, everything that you want them to know. Here's your shot. You want them to buy some tickets or whatever. Here's your shot.
Listen, y'all, my name is Michael Jonvier. It's MICHAL-JONVIER. If you just play Michael Jonvier without the dash, on any social media platform, I'm going to pop up. You're going to see me. It's just that simple. I'm definitely working on the website right now for myself, so y'all will be able to see that. Right now, what I really want y'all to do is, go to my YouTube, show us some love, especially if you already follow me on Facebook. Just follow me on YouTube, type in Michael Jonvier. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers over there so I can make this fucking money.
Let's help them, y'all.
Go over there and subscribe and stuff like that. Follow me on all my platforms, and I promise you'll be thoroughly entertained. I do share like similar stuff across, but some things I'm actually about to start just doing for Facebook, just doing for Instagram, just doing for TikTok, just doing for YouTube. I'm not so big on Twitter, because I'm not going to take my clothes off, and sex work is work, but it's not for me. So you want to see no OnlyFans or nothing like that, and I'm the real child. I'm very down there, very approachable, But remember, I'm a human being. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. If you try to cross me, I'm gonna have to cut you. Oh,
and that part, that's what you must know. That's what you must know.
Plain out and simple. I am single, so you can shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? But be respectful of that. I prefer them be in the metro Atlanta area because I really don't do well with long distance. A pretty girl, a pretty guy. No, I'm good.
Okay, y'all hear that?
Yeah.
So are you willing to date at the same time?
What?
2 people.
Yeah. Right now I'm single, so I'm actually seeing a few people, and I mean it's one in particular, who, well, he stands out.
Make a little more noise.
He makes a little more noise. He's real consistent. We talk every day. On the phone, he texts and stuff like that. It's just consistency. We ain't done none of the snoo stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
So, really get to know this one.
I love it. Yes, y'all. Start taking it slow. If you really want something to work, slow down, y'all. I know we all like to have fun and have, the little teachers and you might have to have one that you gotta keep that one like, okay, you just gonna be this, but like really get to know people, and that way you can save yourself a whole lot of less drama and them too. And you'll realize kind of some of y'all people ain't even nowhere near compatible. There's just a good fuck and that's it. And barely that for some people. So yeah, let's get to know people. And let's be open and honest with whatever it is you like, whatever it is you do. Please be open and honest, because I promise you there is somebody out there that is waiting for you, okay? Yeah. They is waiting for somebody who's going to do what they want them to do, how they want them to do it, without being forced, just being naturally you. And that's how you really get what you want.
Receives. Amen.
Okay? So y'all make sure y'all do that. So we're going to vibe on out with Rosemary Bay. I forgot. That's who sung the song My Year Earlier. That is Rosemary Bay. She is from Detroit, my hometown. She let me use it as my opening, and we got a closing one. And this is called Booked and Busy, y'all. So we just go vibe on out, because 2023 and beyond, we try to be booked and busy.
Right.
So thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for
out with us. You can listen to the music, and we're going to vibe out.
All right.
Up and out the bed before dawn, hit her knees to the brand new sun, wake the kids to their favorite song. Oh man, thinks she does no wrong. She got a brand new lifestyle, made a wrong turn, but she finally got it right now. And a little rush, she ain't even got to fight now. Walking in the light, oh, her future's looking bright now. I can't forget about you. Time to put in work, you do what you do. Raising your kids, so you're going to school. Got the one up on your shoulders, and you make it look cool. Oh, I think I'm rodeo, don't do that, I don't let you. I keep it 100% and I run away to we gon' live our best life. And I thought I'd make some talk to around the world. I want you to know you're beautiful. Oh, girl, around the world, let them know. You're about to blow, you're about to blow. She booked and busy, booked and busy. Got plans all over the city. Itinerary make you dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. Oh, she booked and busy, got plans all over the city. Itinerary make it dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. The girl up, I had to grow up. And once the girl up, I got my know up. Then came the glow up. Not that I glowed up, watch me blow up. Now I can do this with my eyes closed. Tiptoe through the snakes, that's a lot of foes. Walking in God's favor, that's a lot of dough. Say a prayer for my haters, that's a lot of growth. New life, who this? Come around me, better be about your biz. When you come around me, better be about your chill. I survive too much, man, it is what it is. If you come in or not, don't need a lot, girl, just bring what you got. We gotta do why the fire is hot. Drum is just busy and we ain't gonna stop. Woo. Around the world, no turn away. Let's start today. Okay. Oh, girl, your time has come. You're the word, no. You're the young one, you and I both ways. If you don't do it, it ain't getting done. Thank God. Thank God, so you're the only one. You and I, you're the only one. One, no, she put you busy, put you busy.